farming out their body parts for their tanks. It just seems brutal. Seems brutal. Welcome back, Scallywags, or if you're new here, thank you for stopping in. My name's Chris, and today we are going to set up a plant propagation tank. So there's a couple of reasons why I want to do this. This is a stand that my husband built for me last week. If you haven't seen the video of that, I'll give it a link so you can go and watch that. But I really appreciate him making this stand for me so that I can bring my fish back upstairs. Now, I am lucky enough to work from home. I do share my office with a rabbit, so safety first. You'll see there's some picket fencing. You'll probably see the rabbit hop through as well. But pets, if you have them, safety first. Make sure they're away from your electrical cords and your equipment. We don't want our furry friends to get hurt by something to do with our fin friends. And my problem is I get these plants small with the intention of growing them big, having them look great, being able to propagate from them, take little babies off of them. I grew that, and it took a lot of work, and it grew so big and beautiful, and it makes me feel like a back alley blacklist organ surgeon, like a bad thing to do. I just don't want to cut up my plants. I love them, I grew them. So I'm setting up this propagation tank so that I don't have to feel like I'm a plant murderer, or I've set up the propagation tank. I'm going to plant some plants in there that can grow big and then be placed into my tank. So we're going to grow small plants into big plants for the purpose of saving money and not hacking up our existing plants for body parts. So what I thought would be a better idea would be to turn this cube. This is a 36-gallon cube. It came from a Petco half-off sale. Can't recommend those enough, not paying full price for a tank. You can definitely get them on Facebook Marketplace, fish swaps, local resources as well for really good used aquariums. Today we're going to turn it into that propagation tank. So what we are going to do first is I have these buckets of used sand that was in it previously. It's got some gravel mixed in. It has been washed. Some of it has water in it. So we're going to go ahead and start getting that in. Now, I'm not going to use compost or any sort of like additive underneath in terms of like a soil-based or compost nutrient layer. What I'm going to do is just use my recycled sand. It's got probably not a lot alive in it right now. It's been out of the tank for a little bit. It does have a little water in it, but nothing live keeping it alive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this in the tank, and I've got some plants that I've bought, a couple rhizome plants and then a few stem plants, some swords. And I'm going to feed them with root tabs and then liquid fertilizer for the rhizome plants. But that's my game plan, and I may add in a few fish to help with the cycle and keeping nutrients going in the tank for the plants. So I'm going to get started on some sand. The plants we're going to be using. So we have some dwarf hair grass. We have this Anubias right here. Got an Ellie. We have our Amazon sword, Compacta Amazon, and then we've also got a rosette sword. We've got a few of each one of these. We've got one of Ellie. We have got one tank. It's got our air run to it. Robert was nice enough to come and put that in for me. The CJ filter's been running for a while, so it's pretty clear. It doesn't look very clear in here just because my lighting's not the greatest. I know it's showing very blue. It's not actually that blue. It's a lot. I am going to help Ellie now get these plants out of here so we can go ahead and get them planted. Okay, let's look at this sword real quick. It is tied together with a string, and I've just gone ahead and snipped that right off. And now, ta-da! I've got many little plant friends. 3 out of that 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfecto. I found some cereal stone, and I'm going to just wedge carefully Got a little friend in here. There we go. Okay, very cool. Look at that. See, I've just kind of tucked it in there. Yep, sweet. He came right out. That's no problem though. We will tuck him back in bed. Get back in there, my friend. He might need to end up get glued. He may need to end up getting glued. See how far down I'm grabbing those roots? There's a reason. That's the part that you want to really shove down into the soil. You know, the perfectly planted sword. Okay, so what I have really good luck with are these aquarium co-op root tabs, and I'm going to give some to the swords now. I'm going to not put one under every single plant, but I'm going to kind of put them in between them so that everybody gets to eat. Looks good. All right, now that our plants are in, we have treated our tank with Fritz ECCR for the correct amount for our 36-gallon cube. And the last thing that we are going to do now that they are temperature acclimated is add in some fishy friends.